Hi there, I'm Alphonse, and we are going on a road trip. Hi, how are you doing? We're back on the Stranding 100% run. I'm recording this right after recording the previous episode, so don't mind me if I don't have anything super interesting to talk about. We're gonna be doing the S rank Legend of Legends of this mission 178, and that's gonna be road trip. Like, we're gonna take a quick. Sorry, I'm opening the mission log because I closed it for some reason. 178 engineer. Yeah, we're gonna take these paintings. Cargo condition less than 50% or cargo condition less than what, 20%? 20%. God, I know this game. So yeah, let's take this. We have the restore thingies. The painting's weight is not that big, to be honest. It's only 30 kilos. I'm guessing that it's probably like a fragile thing. But weight-wise, it's not that much, to be honest. It's not even that tall either. It doesn't help that Sam seems to be drifting because my controller has a little bit of drift. But hey. It also takes a second to stop when I stop moving. But yeah, we're gonna be on a road trip. We're gonna be on a road trip to the South Knot City area and then to the chiral artists. Please don't tell me that damaged the thing. But yeah, I don't have a lot to talk about because I'm literally recording this right after. I should probably like all those bridges. I have been using those bridges. This is the thing that, and this is probably the same concept as. Okay, today's topic of discussion is the thanklessness of being helpful, or the thanklessness of being good. And it's something that is sad, but something that we have to acknowledge, that sometimes being good will never be thanked, while things that are bad tend to be more commented on, but things that are good are rarely commented about. And here's where I want to take this topic, because it made me think of a related thing of this same topic. I do say that a lot of my Death Stranding time have been fighting the multiplayer mechanic, and that I'm not a big fan because I rarely had any help from the other players, which is not a lie. A lot of the times, if not most of it, I have spent it deleting vehicles from a road that were literally my way constantly, which meant that I didn't get to enjoy the game as much as I would have if I had help from other players. And a bridge like that, for example, it's kinda useful, and I will help with materials eventually, maybe on the next video mission or whatever we're doing. But not gonna help with materials now. But that bridge looks useful. Will I get a thanks for it? Probably not. We will get likes for it. Probably a couple of them. That bike is in the way, but it's not as annoying as some other bikes. But I was thinking about the thanklessness of being useful or good, in the sense of I have been using those bridges to get to the engineer, almost exclusively to get to the engineer, and it's not a thing of the previous couple of videos that I have done on Death Stranding. Those bridges have been there for a long time. Those bridges have been there for at least half of the playthrough. And I have been using them, and I have not been stopping to like them because they are a stepping stone in the way to where I want to go or what I want to do. So, Does that mean that I don't appreciate them? No, it means that I tend to appreciate things that I can see immediately and stop to appreciate. But those bridges are not that. And if you want an example, and this is something that I have been keenly aware lately on, the example that I was thinking about that is kind of the same thing is game reviews, especially like Steam reviews I was thinking of. But game reviews are so thankless because when you enjoy a game, you are spending your time on the game and you are just enjoying the game. And you're less prone to give the game a good review than you are prone to complain about it. And I tend to like the games and I tend to talk about the games on social media and I tend to talk about the games on my own streams or the videos that I make. But I have to be honest, it's a bit hard for me to get out of my way to try and like a game on a review forum and knowing getting to know a lot more developers and talking to developers and seeing their like outlook on things and how things work. Reviews are really useful for them, as are likes on a YouTube video, as are comments on a YouTube video, and sometimes something being good will mean that the people enjoying it will enjoy it on a, I don't want to say on a mindless way, but on a less involved way than if something is bad, because when something is bad, you feel like you need to fix it or change it. And that will make you more involved than when you are just enjoying something, because when you're just enjoying something, the impulse that you feel when you're enjoying something is either to just enjoy it or to share it. But it's weird for someone enjoying something to comment about that something, let alone leave an official review, which is a lot more involved. Like there's levels, there are layers to how that can happen, and it's the same with the bridges. Am I more prone to like something that will make me stop, like a vehicle, or something that will make me stop, like a charger or an umbrella? Yes, I'm more prone to like those because it will make me stop next to them while I'm using them. Well, bridges won't make me stop. The bridges are on my way. And if something has been useful, funny enough, are bridges in this game. Bridges are one of the most useful things in this entire game, and it's so thankless to have a good bridge on this game because people don't tend to stop and like them. Me included. Like I myself don't stop and like bridges. I just went through like 3 or 4 of them that were super useful, didn't do a shit about them. And I noticed it, and I'm talking about it, I'm commenting about it, and I'm seeing the like the the connection to why are you like this, Sam? Why are you like this? God damn it. You just wasted a perfectly good beer and threw the can on the other side of the room, dude. Shame on you, Sam. Shame on you. Customized backpack. Can we get the backpack cover? Because we're gonna need that. Even if it is the level 1. We can get a level 2. Hell yeah. But yeah, I find it super interesting how humans are more prone to negativity than positivity, and the biggest impulse humans feel on a positive sense is sharing. Because when you have something good, you have 3 reactions, 3 human reactions. You have share, which is good, and you have the other reaction, which is bad, but it's based on a good input, which is gatekeep. You either share or you gatekeep. And then you have the most neutral reaction, which is not gatekeeping, but it's not sharing, it's just enjoying. This is something that I need to... I wish they left it as intended, and I don't know why they changed it. I wish I could sort things manually, because I want to move it to the lower parts of the thing, to the lower part of the backpack, so it is covered. But I cannot sort things in the backpack. You can auto-arrange the cargo, which kinda does it, but at the same time, it doesn't do it. Because it's putting the floating carriers inside instead of the cargo that I need to protect, which is the paintings. And that's something that I really wish we kinda could do manually, either by pressing left or right, or just any other buttons. So floating carriers. What if I offload the floating carriers? Well, I can leave them on the vehicle. That would put the paintings inside the backpack. And now I can put the floating carriers on top of the backpack. Carry on back. There you go. And that leaves the paintings inside the backpack, which makes them safe. So yeah, what I was saying, it's interesting to see how certain human behaviors are so widely shared between different cultures, and especially the most recent one, and more like widely how do you put it, adopted culture, which is the internet culture, which is either you share, you gatekeep, or you enjoy. Those are the three main human reactions based on a good input. The output tends to be from worst to best: gatekeep, enjoy, or share. And sadly, the most common one is the neutral one, which is enjoy. Gatekeeping is something that requires being active about it, which is like people tend to be lazy. People tend to be sedentary about something, and this is bringing it back to the I made up a concept that it has been getting adopted here and there, and I'm glad that that is getting used by other people, not just me, because it's a concept that I find it really funny, which is digital sedentarism. Digital sedentarism, and I don't know if it has been used on... I have been using that concept for years, decades even. I have been using the digital sedentarism concept since before I had a YouTube channel, because I started using that concept with walkthroughs, game walkthroughs. Whenever a game didn't have a walkthrough, I would make my own walkthrough, and when people said, but you can wait for someone to make it, I would say, yeah, but nah, not my thing. I could wait for someone to make it, or I could make it myself. I could be a nomad. I could look for it and or make it myself, while being more sedentary and waiting for someone doesn't guarantee any results on that end, on that front. Being more nomadic about it guarantees the results, at the very least, of creating something if you cannot find it. And that's something that I love, that has been getting more it has been getting more like acceptance whenever I talk about the digital sedentarism, and I feel that digital sedentarism applies to specifically this topic, which is the thanklessness of the good things. And I find it really interesting that that thanklessness of good things. Oh my god, they are attacking Gotta run it, gotta run it, gotta run it, run it, run it, run it. Get away from it. I haven't been attacked by VTs on that road in a long time. Maybe it's because I'm using a large vehicle. Or bikes that are faster, and that's why you don't get attacked in them. That's really fucking weird. But yeah, it's interesting how the thanklessness of being good can be compared to digital sedentarism in the sense that people tend to like more things in a private manner, not necessarily because they are gatekeeping, but because enjoying something is a personal experience and sharing is a lot more personal than enjoying, which means that when you share something, you're opening yourself, and when you're opening yourself, you're not only being more active about it, you are making an effort that you are not making just by enjoying something, which is, again, an interesting idea, an interesting concept that sedentarism in that sense would apply to not being able to express what you feel about something because you are unconsciously enjoying it in a private manner and gatekeeping in an indirect way that you are not aware of. We need the chiral bullets or blood bullets? Blood bullets are fine. I didn't want to jump. How do you crouch? Okay, circle. Was thinking of Metal Gear and crouching with Metal Gear buttons. Yeah, we need to get to the beach if we can, because on the beach there are less BTs. There are the blobs, the floating blobs, but there are no BTs that are combat BTs. The floating blobs at least are not that aggressive. Oh, there is aggressive BTs. Shit. Didn't save before doing this. I know, BB, I know. Was trying to reload, but okay. I am not a big fan that you cannot scan the enemies while moving. I love one of the quality of life things that they introduced was being able to see the other text through the backpack, because when Nea and I finished the game the first time, we did it without being able to see the other decks through the backpack, which was really, really bad. Go down. Usually when they die, they leave chiral thingy. Chiral crystal, yeah. Jesus. It's interesting that I remembered the beach having the blob BTs, but not these type of BT. I could try and blend and try to become invisible, but I don't know if that will work. Go down. Please go down. Okay. That was bad. That was really bad. Gotta be more careful about it. As long as it's not spinning, we're fine. Speaking of, hold your breath. Move along. Why did you upload the cargo, Dami? Why did you upload the cargo? Sam? How do you hold your breath? 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 Is it not triangle? No, that's offloading the cargo. How do you hold your stupid breath? Not triangle. R1? It is fucking R1. I have loaded the cargo for no goddamn reason, which probably damaged the paintings. God, I really hope that doesn't affect the... Assuming that, I really appreciate this. Thank you. I hope this is enough likes. You cannot pass time on the timefall shelter because there are enemies in the area. Come on. You had to go and call them. How much rain is it there? This whole area doesn't have rain, so... And it won't have rain, so we just need to get out of it. Shit. Oh, that was a mistake on my part. Thank you, Lou, from the thumbs up. Yeah, that was a lot more involved than I wanted it to be. And Lou got tired from it. Fun. But yeah, it's interesting, really interesting to see how the thanklessness of being good can be applied to many things, especially on the digital era where we just want to move on without stopping. And usually what makes us stop is something that is bad or that we perceive as bad. And I noticed this more by interacting with game developers. Like, for example, I want to shout out to Strange Scaffold and Xalavier Nelson, which are a dev and his dev team that make really good games, especially games that you might know recently, like El Paso Elsewhere. Click holding was also a big like YouTube meme kind of game. More recently, I Am Your Beast, which has an amazing plot, great writing, great characters. The gameplay is fast-paced and fun. And they had other more like... Oh my god. You need to be more careful walking, dude. Good. Yeah, sure thing. But yeah, they have more like weird things also. Thanks for Makoto for this thing. You get a couple of likes. They have more things like weird thought experiments, like an alien airport currently run by dogs, which is a PC game that they released. I don't know if that's on other consoles. Or Witch Strandings, which is funny enough a Strand type game that they got inspired by Death Stranding and they made their own Strand type game. I have been following Xalavier for I feel like at least a year or two now, I think. And seeing how the games he develops affect him and how his like process works gives me a lot more insight into game development that I never had before. And I had some insight into game development, but Salavier and Strange Scaffold and their way to develop things has been a good inspiration for that. And I wanted to shout them out because, for example, with I Am Your Beast, there is a mechanic that I wasn't aware of on Steam where overwhelmingly good games, uh, which are games that have mostly overwhelmingly good reviews, will get shared more than games that are just good or bad or like in between. If they are overwhelmingly good, they get shared more, which means that they sell more, which means more money for the developers. And not only that, it means that more people get to enjoy that thing that they are doing. And I find it really interesting because Chalavier was telling us, hey, oh, what is wrong with my computer? Why is my computer so laggy? So all of the sudden, I might need to give it a restart because it's been misbehaving. 178 S rank Legend of Legends is what I wanted to do until the computer started misbehaving. But yeah, Salavier said on Twitter and well all the social media that he wanted us, if we could, to leave a review, that he knows that it's a lot of effort to get out of your way of just enjoying the game and leave a review, because the people that tend to enjoy things or be complacent about them, they don't tend to make their voice heard, while people that are angry about things tend to make their voice heard, which is usually bad. It's extremely durable with excellent impact resistance. They will not break easily and will go to protect the wearer undercargo from even the heaviest of crash. Okay, let's wear the chiral boots. We had another pair of boots on our bootstrap, but eh. And these off boots now carry power skeleton level 1. Did I? Why is a power skeleton level 1 here? Put it on back and now get to recycle it or some shit.
Thanks again for everything. And be sure to take care of yourself out there.
I'll do my best. But yeah, Sal was mentioning how taking a couple of minutes out of your day to leave the review and like spread your thoughts about something you like can be so meaningful to someone else. And I really think about how yeah, that is where I wanted to go, like the thanklessness of being good. When you are good, a lot of times people will not appreciate it, or they will appreciate it in silence, which is sadly a big, like, a big shared reality of humanity. And I think that it really applies on Death Stranding too. Certain things will make you more active about a topic, like my full hate for the for the strand system, the multiplayer system, that forces me to delete vehicles on a daily basis, other than my appreciation for certain things, like the zip lines that I will probably use to get through all this way to here, and from here God knows where, because there is no more way, but I can use the zip line up to here and like do a quick path of the way I just walked, or the bridges that I was using to get out of the engineer's place. yeah, that is thankless. Like literally thankless. I didn't stop to give likes in this game, and I understand that the reason Kojima wanted the like system and didn't want a dislike on the game was to try and foment, try and like induce a more positive experience into the players, because a dislike would introduce negativity, while only having likes would introduce that like positivity that he wanted. And the thing is, yes, I understand that, but at the same time, there is one big problem in that like thought process. The big problem being that likes end up being a bit meaningless, because if everyone ends up liking your stuff, you start comparing yourself to others. That introduces negativity, that introduces the toxicity of trying to make it a contest, trying to be better. And likes mean nothing because they are designed to mean nothing. Kojima wanted them to mean nothing other than a thanks from a fellow player. And the game does that to like perfection. But I believe that it could have been a mechanic more, like it could have been a trust system. Your interaction based on likes could have been from the NPCs, be it the NPC porters or the NPCs that you deliver things to and from, and you could get likes from them. Or if you were in the online mode, if people gave you likes, you could progress the story a bit faster, because the more likes you have, the more trustworthy you are, and the more trustworthy you are, the more NPCs will like you faster. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to apply. It's hard to think. I think that it would have been interesting to see how that system still works with NPCs, because you can like things that the NPCs give you, like the NPC porters give you. You cannot like necessarily the clients. You cannot give them likes, but they can give you likes every now and then. Lucan gives you likes, and all those likes go to a pool of likes on your profile. Data, tips, interviews, memory chips, logs. That would be bridge links. Bridge links, yeah. On your profile, you have a list of all your likes. Total likes received 427,000 likes that I have. You have the likes from the NPCs and you have the likes from the players. And I think those likes could have affected the way you interact with. It's interesting that I never made strand contracts with anyone, because again, I never found any of my friends. Like everything I found was just random players, most of them that I didn't like. But hey, I even remember Ada King Skywalker. Ada King Skywalker was a good one. But yeah, Strand Freeze Lisi was the guy that we took the car from, I think. The car or the bike? Maybe the bike. I don't remember. But yeah, the Strand contracts connect you to someone, to other player, and makes you see their items more often than random player items. Which would have been really fun if you had any way of doing that with your friend list. I know, again, that Kojima wanted us to have a more human interaction with random unknown persons, but it's sad that you don't get to play with your friends. Also, I'm pretty sure I know that profile picture. I have seen the profile picture a lot. And if that's one of my friends on my friend list, and I'm seeing this now as an unknown, I would be pissed. But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. I hope you enjoyed this ramble that I had. I hope you enjoyed another episode of the Stranding 100% run and another Legend of Legends mission. And I hope I will see you on the next video, stream, or whatever I'm doing. But until then, thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one. As usual, if you want to be in the credits like Rico, Dino, Gamer, DLM, 4LE, or Toki, you just have to support the channel, and you can do it by tipping on the streams or on Coffee. On the streams, subscribing or gifting subs, using bits, all that on Twitch puts you on the credits. Or gifting me something from the throne list, gifting yourself some of the merch that we have, because we have some really cool merch from a couple of games that we have played on the channel, like that Legend of Zelda collection that I have right there. Or you could commission me to edit videos, because I'm a video editor and I have commissions open. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next stream video or whatever I'm doing. So until then, see ya.